Hello everyone and welcome to Definite Hearing. In today's video, I am going to talk about what to expect when you get new hearing aids. All right, so starting off, I'm going to assume that you have visited a licensed audiologist, they have performed an audiogram, they have recommended hearing aids, and I hope that you have taken advantage of a 30-day, no obligation to buy hearing aid trial fitting. Okay, so assuming you've done all of that, your new hearing aids have been ordered and you are going to get them soon. All right, so the night before the appointment or once the hearing aids are ordered, you may be feeling anxious. You may be feeling excited. You may be feeling worried. This could be due to a variety of factors. One, you're going to be wearing hearing aids. This will increase the amount of sound that your body and your brain are receiving. And for some people, it is exciting. For some people, it is anxiety inducing. Also, just the fact of wearing a hearing aid and the thought that you might stand out or look different can also be concerning. So don't be surprised if you're losing some sleep over the anxiety that you're feeling for your new hearing aids. Do your best to stay away from social media and screens up to 1 hour before you fall asleep. Reading is a great way to wind down right before bed so that you can get a good night's rest before you get your hearing aids. Okay, so the day that you get your hearing aids, you will go to your audiologist's office. They will have you sit down. They will hopefully talk to you, welcome you, and pull your new hearing aids out of the box. Now, hearing aids have to be fit to you in some way with the mold. If you have a receiver in the canal hearing aid, the mold is quite small. If you have an ear mold like me, this is a skeleton fit, it will kind of take up your whole ear. When you first put your new hearing aid in, you will notice the feeling of the mold. If you have a receiver in the canal hearing aid, it will feel like just a little bug in your ear. If you have an ear mold, you might feel like you are in a fishbowl. Your ears might feel plugged. Now, at this point, your hearing aids aren't quite in and on yet, but that initial itchy response, it's normal and it will take some time to get used to. So once you have your hearing aids in, your audiologist will likely signal to you that they are turning on the devices. It will be silent. You might notice the humming of the computer, a fan, or even your audiologist's voice. It might sound a little bit different, ideally a little bit louder. You might notice the rustling of papers, the rubbing of a mouse across the desk. All of a sudden, all these sounds that you haven't heard before because you have hearing loss, you can now hear because you have hearing aids amplifying these sounds. These sounds will take time to get used to because, again, your brain has not been hearing these sounds, and our brains are smart. It takes time to kind of adapt to all the sounds and for the brain to say we need to pay attention to these sounds and we don't need to pay attention to these ones. So when you turn on your hearing aids right away, you're going to hear everything. It's like putting a microphone to a lot of different sounds. Your audiologist will do their best to program your hearing aids to your audiogram. This is a great initial fit. Now, as you listen in the office, if there's anything that drives you crazy, make sure you mention it right away so that they can fine-tune the fitting of your hearing aids. Your audiologist should also perform a real ear measurement. This means that they are putting a little device with loops around your ear with a little device and essentially a microphone that goes in to your ear and measures whether or not the hearing aid is giving you the amplification you need based on your hearing loss. This is critical because the audiogram can tell the audiologist how to program your hearing aid, but this real ear measurement actually gives them a visual of how that programming looks according to your loss. The real ear measurement is a critical test that ensures that your hearing aids are amplifying sound correctly according to your hearing loss. Now, once you've gone through this initial programming and testing with your hearing aids, you will be set off into normal life with your new hearing aids. You might notice when you get home that you hear things like everything, like the sound of dishes, your dishwasher going, the ice maker making ice, the furnace turning on. You might hear the neighbor's door next door when someone knocks on it. You just become aware of all these things. And so your brain is hearing these things and processing them. It kind of sends your brain into overdrive. Please note that this will make you more prone to being emotional, feeling anxious, feeling tired but not being able to sleep, so being restless, and things like that. A lot of people think that once you put hearing aids in, you'll be able to hear everything and life is fixed. But actually, after having 6 to 7 pairs of hearing aids myself, I've worn hearing aids since I was 4 months old, and every new pair of hearing aids is an adjustment. This is because every hearing aid device processes sound slightly differently. When I upgrade brand to brand, usually the transition isn't as drastic, but when I go, say, from a Phonak to a ReSound, it was a big adjustment for me. So I share this video because I just want people to realize that if you have new hearing aids and you are experiencing a roller coaster of emotions, like, whoa, I'm so excited, I heard that sound, or, oh, what is that sound? Oh, it's the ice maker. Or just dishes clattering and getting frustrated with someone because they sound so loud. Like, this is normal. It takes time to get used to hearing aids. It takes time to get used to feeling the mold in your ear, and it takes time to get used to the increase of volume of all the sounds around you that you are now hearing. And so realize that this takes time. It takes at least 3 weeks if you're wearing the hearing aids during all waking hours. So that means when you wake up, you put them in. Obviously, you take them out when you go to sleep. Be sure to protect your hearing aids if you're ever swimming or showering. Take them out during those times as well. But the more you wear your hearing aids, the more likely you will be to get used to them quicker. I also want to say that it can take up to 6 weeks, even 3 months, to get used to a pair of hearing aids. It takes patience, and it's just part of the adjustment of change. You are going from not hearing as well to hearing more. And your brain and your body have got to figure out, like, what are we hearing and how to make sense of it? Because there's a lot of processing involved, and that can lead to fatigue and feeling more tired and emotional. And so make sure that you eat right and sleep well to really combat that fatigue. Now, I also want to address the social aspect of getting hearing aids. It's normal to feel like, oh, either I got bigger hearing aids that are more noticeable, or I'm just wearing a hearing aid and I've never worn one before. This is normal. You are going to feel strange and different, but realize that people are good-natured. Like, they likely won't even notice your hearing aids. Hearing people are not attuned to look for people wearing hearing devices, and hearing devices, quite frankly, are kind of hard to see. I say that as a girl with like big puffy hair, but it is true for guys as well. Like, hearing aids are just harder to see when you're not looking for them. And so realize that people probably don't see your hearing aids until you mention it. But make sure that you know that when you share about your hearing aids, you are setting the tone of how others will think about them. And so you are in control. You get to set that tone. And so just be aware of that. Think of, how do I want to address the fact that I wear hearing aids now with those that are around me? And it can be different for each group, your family, your friend, your coworkers, but just make sure that you're honest with yourself, because you don't want to say like, oh, life's great and dandy to everyone, but really you're like, wow, this itches so bad, you know? So I think it's important to consider that adjustment, the social aspect of getting hearing aids as well. For me personally, I love getting new hearing aids. I feel like I can hear better. The higher power of these ReSound aids from my last one, it means that the hearing aids do more work so my brain doesn't have to. My hearing fatigue decreased, and I really have been able to understand better. So I love telling people, you know, if it's someone that's close to me and knows I got new hearing aids, yes, these are my hearing aids and I love them, and here's all the cool features, the Bluetooth calling, music, and so on. So I hope that answers your questions about what to expect if you are getting new hearing aids. If I didn't answer your question, please let me know in the comments below. If you are experiencing a wide range of emotions when you get new hearing aids, this is normal. It will take time to adjust, and I know you can do it. haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps me make more awesome videos. Thanks so much for watching this video. Stay strong, stay amazing, and have a great day.